There it comes. 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. I see Lange's eyes. We're crisscross applesauce, hands in our lap. Eyes on our teacher, bubbles in our mouths. We're going to read a book, quiet hands in the air. Why is it important that we say crisscross applesauce, hands in our lap, quiet hands in the air, eyes on our teacher? We talked about this morning. Why is that important? Nyla, why is it important that we say crisscross applesauce? And we can
follow the rule.
There's a specific word that you used during morning meeting. We say crisscross applesauce, hands in our lap, eyes on our teacher, so we can.
Brain.
I heard it. I heard somebody say it.
Focus on your teacher.
Focus on your teacher. We're going to read this book called Corduroy. This book, Corduroy, was written by the author, Don Freeman. What does the author do? That's the author's name. What does the author do? What is the author's job? Does he write the book or does he draw the pictures?
Draw the picture.
Are you sure that's not the illustrator? The illustrator draws the pictures and the author writes the book. So before we start, why do we read books?
So the lunch, because the lunch not ready.
Well, that's why we're reading the book right now. But why do we read the books in general? What do books help us do? Grow our brain. So books help us learn about different things. So this book is going to help us learn about being a friend. Okay?
Yeah, I should know that should be a teddy bear.
So this teddy bear, his name is, remember we have to keep a bubble in our mouth so we can focus on our teacher and then grow our brains and learn, right? So this teddy bear, his name is Corduroy, and it looks like he's missing a button on his shoulder strap. I see him looking down. He must be looking for it. Could this be his missing button? Well, let's read and find out, okay? Corduroy is a bear who once lived in a toy department of a big store. Day after day, he waited with all the other animals and dolls for somebody to come along and take him home. The store was always filled with shoppers buying all sorts of things, but no one ever seemed to want a small bear in green overalls. Then, one morning, a little girl looked straight into Corduroy's bright eyes. "Oh, Mommy," she said, "look, there's the very bear I've always wanted." "Not today, dear," her mother said. "I've spent too much already. Besides, he doesn't look new. He's lost a button to one of his shoulder straps." Corduroy watched them walk away. "I didn't know I'd lost a button," he said to himself. "Tonight, I'll go see if I can find it." Corduroy realized that his button was missing from his shoulder strap, and that if something was wrong with him, no one would want to take him home. Maybe he heard Lisa's mom say, "Besides, he doesn't look new. He lost the button." You see here, maybe he thought that's why I have been waiting all day for someone to come along and take me home. He realized that he would never find a friend if he had a missing button. He has to go find it. Late that evening, when all the shoppers had gone and the doors were shut and locked, Corduroy carefully climbed down from the shelf and began searching everywhere on the floor for his lost button. Do you think he'll find it? Do you think he'll find it, Cherish? Suddenly, he felt the floor moving under him. Quite by accident, he had stepped onto an escalator, and up he went. Could this be a mountain? He wondered, I think I've always wanted to climb a mountain. Raise your hand if you've ever been on an escalator.
I did.
Okay, catch a bubble. He stepped off the escalator as it reached the next floor, and there, before his eyes, was a most amazing sight. Tables and chairs and lamps and sofas and rows of beds. This must be a palace, Corduroy gasped. I guess I've always wanted to live in a palace. He wandered around admiring the furniture. This must be a bed. Is this a bed, Mario? He said, I've always wanted to sleep in a bed. And up he crawled onto a large, thick mattress. All at once he found something small and round. Why, here's my button, he cried. And he tried to pick it up, but like all the other buttons on the mattress, it was tied down tight. Corduroy thinks he found his lost button. He must be thinking, now that I've found my missing button, I'll be perfect. Then someone will want to be my friend. Remember when he was back here and he realized that his button was missing? He knew that if he was ever to have a friend, that he had to find his button. He was determined to find it. That meant that he really, really wanted to find it, and he was going to set out and do that. He yanked and pulled with both paws until pop! Off came the button, and off the mattress Corduroy toppled, bang, into a tall floor lamp. Over it fell with a crash. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was a crash. Corduroy didn't know it, but there was someone else awake in the store. The night watchman was going his rounds on the floor above. When he heard the crash, he came dashing down the escalator. Now, who in the world did that? He exclaimed. Yeah, he's like a security guard. So when the school is all shut down, there's someone here to protect the building. Yes, Mario.
It's a security guard on Venmo. But it's not full. It's just by my house.
There's a security guard by your house, so maybe he protects your home. You live near me, don't you? I have a security guard in my building, too. Somebody must be hiding around here. He flashed his light under and over several beds until he came to the biggest bed of all. And there he saw two fuzzy brown ears sticking up from under the cover. Hello, he said. How did you get here? The watchman tucked Corduroy under his arm and carried him down the escalator and set him on the shelf in the toy department with the other animals and dolls.
That's his friend.
Well, I don't think so, because remember, he's trying to find a friend. That's why he's looking for his button. Corduroy was just waking up when the first customers came into the store in the morning. And there, looking at him with a wide, warm smile, was the little girl, the same one he had seen only a day before. I'm Lisa, she said, and you're going to be my very own bear. Last night I counted what I've had in my piggy bank, and my mother said I could bring you home. Lisa returned to buy Corduroy. Remember? This is the same girl that came back because she wanted him even though he didn't have his button. Yes, Maria?
Daddy got a piggy bank.
She has a piggy bank? Maybe she's saving up to buy her own bear friend. Shall I put him in a box for you? The sales lady asked. Oh, no, thank you, Lisa answered, and she carried Corduroy home in her arms. She ran all the way up 4 flights of stairs into her family's apartment and straight into her own room. Corduroy blinked. There was a chair, and a chest of drawers, and alongside a girl-sized bed stood a little bed, just the right size for him. The room was small, nothing like that enormous palace in the department store. This must be home, he said. I know I've always wanted a home. Lisa sat down with corduroy on her lap and began to sew a button using hers. I like you the way you are, she said, but you'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened.
Aww.
You must be a friend, said Corduroy. I've always wanted a friend. Me too, said Lisa, and gave him a big hug. Now, Bunny Rabbits, why did Corduroy decide to search for his button?
Because he wanted a friend.
Because he wanted a friend. Why did he think that the button would help him find a friend? Maybe Corduroy thought he had to be perfect in order to find a friend, but did he need to be perfect? Didn't Lisa, let's go back here. Lisa says, I like you the way you are. You'll be more comfortable with your shoulder strap fastened. It seems like Lisa didn't really care about the button so much. She just wanted a friend too, right? And she's happy she found a friend. So let's catch a bubble. We're talking about friends this morning and how to be a good friend. Part of being a good friend is remembering that it's really important to have friends. Malaysia. Catch a bubble. Malaysia has a bubble in her mouth. Tiana has a bubble in her mouth. It's important to have friends because they care for you, they keep you company, and real friends like you just the way you are. So do you think a good friend would like you just the way you are, or whether or not you had a button on your shirt? What do you think, Marianne? Do good friends like you the way they are, or do they want to change things about you?
What?
So we were talking about what it means to be a good friend and how you can be a good friend this morning, right? Do good friends want to change people, or do they just accept them? Do they just like them the way that they are? Yeah, good friends just accept you. They take you for who you are, faults and all, right? Is Cherish being a good friend right now? Cherish, how can we be a good friend? We talked about this morning. We can share, we can help, we can remind your friends to sit crisscross applesauce hands in your lap so they can grow their brains and get ready for kindergarten. Can I have some good friends in here remind their friends what to do during circle time? Okay, let's do it then. Is everybody sitting crisscross applesauce? Marianne has a bubble in his mouth. Nyla has a bubble in her mouth. Madison is crisscross applesauce. Her hands are in her lap. Tiana has a bubble in her mouth. Thank you for sitting and reading with me during story time. We're going to do Froggy in the middle. And then we're going to dismiss. Or are you all done, Miss Scott? We're all done. We're going to do Froggy in the middle and then Sleepy Children. So take your carpet squares, stand up, make a circle so I can see your carpet squares. Put your hands to your side, make a circle. You don't need to grab your carpet square. Just stand up with your hands by your side. You don't need to grab your carpet square. Stand up with your hands by your side. Bubble in your mouth. Now everyone take a seat, make a circle. Marianne is sitting down. Nyla is crisscross applesauce. Tiana is in a circle. Cherish is reminding her friend of what to do.